As a filmmaker, especially as an Indigenous filmmaker, I feel like every conversation that I'm having or interview that I'm doing is forcing me to take a look at who I am, what I'm doing, what's my purpose. I feel like it's all part of something bigger than me, but something that I belong within. It wasn't always popular to be Indigenous. I never would have led with that maybe 10 years ago when I met with somebody. I got made fun of for it when I was in middle school, but now it's something that I'm proud of. There's been a huge shift in how society views Indigenous people in general, and that has affected me. That this is everything that I do. This is my entire career, working in this space. I feel like when you're making art of any kind, whether it's film or music or writing, whatever it is, there is some level of unconscious self-reflection in there. I was really interested in filmmaking as an artistic expression, I think because I had tried so many other mediums and, found some success, but with filmmaking, I just felt a level of expression that I hadn't felt elsewhere. I think I kind of realized in the beginning when I started making films, I was documenting things that are never going to happen again. And that's a really amazing aspect of documentary. And when you apply that to, being Indigenous or coming from an Indigenous culture, documenting that is extremely important because, one day we might not have our elders or our languages or aspects of our culture that help guide us. And so I feel documentary is extremely important. And I really, really loved that sense of using art or an artistic expression to document and preserve something for myself and other people in our culture. I started to recognize growth in myself through the process of making these types of films. All of these films kind of forced me to take a look at who I am as a person and what my identity means to me and what am I going to do within that space and that culture, and ultimately who am I? And I think it's okay not to have necessarily a firm grasp at that at all times. It kind of forces you into a position where you want to find out, you want to know more. And for me, that's kind of been a driving factor for my career. My identity has been wrapped up in what I do, and there's no separating that, and I love that. But it's also what I do for work. The further I push ahead, the more stories that I document, the better understanding I have of what it means to be Indigenous today, in today's world. I guess I'm not just evolving in terms of my skills as a filmmaker, I'm evolving as a person, and filmmaking is allowing me to do that. There's challenges too, like balancing authenticity with kind of your creative vision. You want to tell a story that's true and that's accurate and that is coming from the right place, but you're also trying to fulfill this kind of creative desire to evoke a particular emotion. I find I always feel like I want more time with a subject in a film so I can properly tell their story. Having time and access to their lives, I feel like I can really get into what makes them them. I'm not evolving alone. I love the people that I get to work with, and they're evolving as well, becoming better and better at their craft, understanding who they are, what they want to do, what stories they want to tell. We want our legacy to be handing off the gift of storytelling because that's something that's traditional to our people. We were storytellers. We sat around a fire together and told stories, and through those stories would come lessons. The more I evolve as a filmmaker, the better I am at conveying those stories. I think as long as we commit to keep practicing filmmaking and storytelling, the more we evolve. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for listening to me. I'll see you in the next one. Pad Thai.